Mayur, Ranchordas. I'm a performance nutritionist and I'm helping Gav out, helping make his weight, supporting him with nutrition, recovery and so on. So what we've done today with Gav is we've brought him into the lab and we've measured his basal metabolic rate. So in the laboratory we've actually measured the amount of oxygen he takes in, carbon dioxide he breathes out. On the back of that we can actually measure how many calories he needs at rest, and then we use that figure to then put together a diet plan on the back of how much calories he burns in training, and then we can gauge how much he needs to eat, when he needs to eat, and specifics of amounts of carbohydrates, fats and protein. And then on the back of that we've also measured his body fat using skin fold calipers. So we've used a typical sum of 8 measures. We've also measured his girths around his arms, his waist, his legs, so to track any loss of muscle or gain of muscle tissue. And then we've sat down with him and gone through just a periodised plan of what his nutrition looks like. So what he has to have for breakfast, what his recovery looks like after sparring versus gym versus interval training. And we then just teach him this concept of periodising nutrition. So on the days he burns more energy, he can eat a bit more. The days where he burns less energy, we have to restrict those calories. And then we'll just measure him every week to track his progress, to see how much fat he's lost, whether he's retained his muscle or not. And then that gives us an exact indication when it comes to weigh-in, how much of water he might have to lose, whether his body fats are too high or too low. So it's a very scientific, systematic approach in helping Gav make his weight.
So what kind of foods is Gav going to be eating on a daily basis?
Really mixed. So porridge, breakfast, some eggs, lots of salads with chicken, tuna, turkey. We try and restrict a little bit of red meat, not too much red meat, but we have it there occasionally. Lots of fish, lots of chicken and turkey, lots of vegetables. Little tips, like instead of having some rice, we substitute that with something called cauliflower rice, which is low in carb, but gives them all those nutrients. Lots of recovery in terms of we'll be using some supplements or some strategic use of whey protein after training. So generally just eating really clean but controlled. So he's going to be measuring some of his foods. So you can't just eat his porridge in the morning without having to weigh it first. Same goes for the number of eggs that he uses. So everything's really calorie controlled and really measured. So we're also educating Gav on how to do this, so that some of these skills he gets that he can retain for his next fight. So a real kind of holistic approach using foods and supplements.